This is Nicholas Mijondo. Good morning. I'm doing a presentation on the Mali civilization. First, let me talk about the origin and rise of Mali. The Mali Empire emerged in the early 13th century in the Savannah region of West Africa, south of Savannah Desert. Before Mali rose, the region was dominated by the Ghana Empire, which eventually weakened due to invasions and loss of trade routes. The role of Sundiata Keita, also called the Lion King of Mali, is considered the founder of the empire. After being exiled in his youth age, he returned to save his people from oppressive rule under Sumanguru Kante, the king of Soso. At the Battle of Krena, Suna, Sunandiata defeated Sumanguru, united the Badinka people. He established a centralized government, creating laws and laid foundations for a stable empire. His history is preserved through riots and recorded in the Epic of Sadiata. Now let's get to the second aspect, that is the golden age of Mali. Now the Mali reached its greatest strength under the leadership of Mansa Musa and Mansa Abubakari II. Mansa Musa, that is between 1312 and 1337. Mansa Musa is probably the most famous ruler Africa had ever produced. His contributions were as follows: wealth and gold. Mali was the world's largest producer of gold in the Middle Ages, making Mansa Musa extremely wealthy. Now, pilgrimage to Mecca. In 1324, his journey included 60,000 attendants, 100 camels carrying gold, distribution of gold in Egypt, which caused inflation for years. This made Mali internationally famous. Now, when we get to education and Islam, he built mosques in Gao, Timbuktu, and other cities. Then we have urban development and carried construction of grand architecture using skilled builders from Cairo and Indonesia. Now, libraries and universities, he expanded learning centers such as Sanoka University. His reign symbolized the height of Mali's wealth, power, and global influence. Now, when we get to the third aspect, that is economic strength of Mali civilization. The Mali Empire was one of the wealthiest in the world due to control of trans-Saharan trade routes and natural resources. Now we have gold production. Mali controlled important gold fields, including Bambouk and Bor. Now gold was a very global commodity demanded in Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East. Mali's wealth attracted merchants from many regions. There was also salt trade. Salt was also as valuable as gold because it preserved the food. The salt mines and Tangaza in the Sahara were controlled by Mali, giving it immense trade power. Now, when we get to agriculture, farming was done along the fertile valley of the Niger River. We have crops farming, including the millet, sorghum, rice, beans, and we also had fishing and cattle rearing that were also very, very, very much important. Now we have trans-Saharan trade. Mali traded with Arab merchants through camel caravans. The major trade goods were gold, salt, ivory, cola nuts, slaves. This trade made Mali a commercial hub of global relevance. Now, when we get to the fourth aspect, that is governance and administration, it had strong central authority. The emperor, known as the Mansa, had absolute power over political, economic, and military affairs. Now, administrative structure included the emperor was divided into provinces. Each province was governed by a Faba or governor appointed by the Mansa. Now, Fabas collected taxes, kept order, and managed trade. We also had the local leadership, where we have local chiefs called Mansa or Fama, were allowed to rule their people. They paid tribute to the emperor but maintained internal cultural practices. Now we have military strength. Mali had a large, well organized army. The army protected trade caravans, enforced laws, and expanded territory. This structure ensured peace, growth, and prosperity for centuries. Now, when we get to the fifth aspect, that is religion and culture in Mali. Now, their religion, the first religion is Islam. Now, Islam was adopted by the ruling class and traders. It strengthened diplomatic relations with North Africa and the Arab world. Mosques, Quranic schools, and Islamic courts were established in cities. The second religion is African traditional religions, the ATR. Most rural villagers continued their traditional beliefs. Ancestors' worship, magic, and rituals remained part of cultural life. Now, Mali maintained religious tolerance. Now, when we get to the third part of it, is centers of learning. Now, Timbuktu was a world famous city of scholarship within Mali. The Sankore University also attracted scholars from Egypt, Morocco, and Arabia. Thousands of manuscripts on history, astronomy, mathematics, medicine, and law were written and restored here. We also have Jenne, a major center for Islamic learning and architecture. Home to the Great Mosque, Jenne was the largest mud brick building in the world. Now, the sixth aspect is the social structure. Mali society was highly organized. We had social classes. Number one was the nobles. These were the ruling families and the military leaders. Then the second one is free citizens that included farmers, merchants, and artisans. Then we had the third class, artisans and craftsmen. These were blacksmiths, weavers, and potters. Then we have griots, where it included oral historians, musicians, and advisors. Then we had the fifth class, that was slaves. They were war captives and servants. Now, role of griots. The griots preserved family histories, clan traditions, and law. They were important advisors to kings. Without griots, much of Mali's history would have been lost. Now, the seventh aspect was the major achievements of the Mali Empire. Number one, we have academic and cultural contributions. We have Timbuktu became a global academic center. Scholars wrote thousands of manuscripts. Architectural achievements were also there. Construction of mosques and palaces. We also have economic prosperity, where we have Mali became a key player in global trade. Now, gold from Mali was used as currency in Europe and the Middle East. Now, we also have political organization, where we have a well-structured government that lasted for centuries. We also have literature and oral tradition. Now, the Epic of Sudatria remains one of the Africa's greatest epics. Now, the eighth aspect is decline of Mali civilization, where we are going to look at the reasons for the decline. Number one, we have weak successors after Mansa Musa. We also have number two, internal conflicts due to succession struggles. We have rise of the Songhai Empire, which took over key cities like Gao and Timbuktu. We also have loss of trade routes to new powers. Invasions by Tuareg, Morsi, and other groups was the fifth reason. Sixth reason is overextension of the empire, making governance difficult. By the 16th, 1600s, Mali had greatly reduced in size and influence. Now, in conclusion, we can say that the Mali civilization was one of the Africa's greatest empires, renowned for its enormous wealth, powerful rulers, vibrant culture, and scholarly achievements. Its legacy continues through West Africa culture, Islamic scholarship, and oral literature. Thank you.